Chips that augment our hippocampus could very well help us learn faster. So will that make them a must-have for competitive parents?
The reality is that with these kinds of technologies, they do not get distributed to everyone at the same time. Some people get it first, some people get it better.
As a society, we have to really think long and hard about who gets this. If it's just the wealthy, that there are real dangers that they will use it to consolidate their power and their wealth.
As you connect the dots of what is going on to humanity, from a spiritual sense, physical sense, it is truly the battle for the temple of God. And a lot of people in the scientific community have not made the connection yet. Not many out there that I've seen. Then you've got the people on the spiritual side that haven't made the connection to the scientific community. So by doing this, putting it together, showing you things, you will see what is under attack and what the enemy is trying to do through nanotech, smart dust, transhumanism. It's all part of an agenda trying to assimilate man to iron, to tech, for control. It is literally the prophecy of the iron and the clay that do not cleave together. They try multiple ways to get it to cleave together for control. The reason why is they need the tech end of it to mesh with the flesh to control it. Because we have free will now in this temple. They are trying to simply, and I've been showing and screaming, is just literally trying to reconfigure the temple of God through frequency, sound, tech. It's all there.
Could it be that artificial materials are being introduced into living things? Here you have, this comes from the nanotech industry. It's what I call the nanotech pyramid. You start with materials, you go up to structures, processes, and devices. Could it be that artificial materials are being introduced into us to create new processes from the ground up, which processes will override our own natural biology, our own internal systems? Nanoarrays are these tiny devices that are used for DNA hybridization. So what processes are going on here? Are these materials combining to form devices that are working together inside us? What is happening to our biology? The colors you see are nanocrystal semiconductors made of heavy metals surrounded by an organic shell. Now I want you to remember some of these terms. Heavy metals, okay? Heavy metals, aluminum and so forth. So these are nanocrystal semiconductors surrounded by an organic shell, but they are made of heavy metals. And Morgellon subjects are also finding this stuff. Jewel-like hexagons, faceted pyramids, crystals. Hexagons have shown up environmentally, not only in tissues, but they are in environmental fallout. This specimen is provided by Morgellon's research group.
But when we have an artificial stimulus in the environment that is seeding the environment with artificial waveform, and we have the collapse of the quantum wave function inherent to our own observation at that point, we have participated in the generation of artificial timelines in a real sense, because these things are coming out there, and it's our perception that makes timelines what they are. I mean, this is the basis of general and special relativity, in that time is constrained by the velocity of c, which is 186,000 miles a second, and mass also distorts space-time, and thoughts, therefore also having mass, will distort space-time. And so when they can seed you with fake thoughts, it's having a manifestive result in the environment. And what do we have here? We have a refined Montauk device. We saw how the stuff works. We have all the documents. The bottom line is we know that the neural pathways are being reworked in children to a specific form of pathway routing in the human body due to this electromagnetic thing. And another part of this is the electroporation, in which they essentially electrify the air in order to deliver DNA and pharmaceuticals into the human cell. And this takes us to pineal functioning. It says that there's a projector in your head. You know, if we've ever had a lucid dream, if we've ever had a real experience where we're flying or any of these things, a real simple way to think about that is we're in another dimension. You can certainly express it in those terms. It's something that is tangible for us. We can feel it. We have emotion. We can wake up in a variety of these different states. This is the essence of pineal function. You do have DMT in there. It's piezochromic. It's piezoelectric, as are many of the different things associated with Morgellons. And what we see is a mimicking of the natural inherent human ability by artificial intelligence seeking to take over the human ability for its own ends. You can't. It's hard to reckon why this is going on. The secrets are right here in front of us. And so what is this?
Time Warner.
This is Time Warner, who's largely involved in fiber optic communications, television, and so on. And they are essentially actively telling us, they're being very blatant and specific when they say that we're using fiber optic technology to interact with your pineal functioning. Okay? And that's what this is about.